Do you know what a found object is? This is some weird thing that you find someplace and you're going to make art out of it. Like, you know, there's some simple things. I mean, a music box, always useful. This is a really good little piece of wood. It's just so much of a crow head. I also like this rock with a hairdo. And it's even got a handle to stick it onto something. Or a rock that is nothing but a hairdo. It's just a hairdo. Of course, ping pong balls, little hunks of wood. I've always thought these could be useful. You know, they come on milk and stuff like that. Of course, always doll eyes. You can find these in dolls, obviously. This, I believe, is part of a thermos. These things, of course, obviously. What do you think of this? It's a bird head, right? Always useful. Always useful. Whatever this is. You can get these at Archie McPhee. And let's see, shells, of course. And you know what I think is really useful? Styrofoam balls, if you can find them, because you can like stick stuff into them, and it's like a good form for building stuff on. And you notice that's the part of the hummingbird feeder? It's a good part. This is a good, like, you know, picture this. Ta-da, here's the head, etc. And for sticking stuff together, this is not a bad thing. Tape. Don't overlook pipe cleaners or other kinds of wire, and get somebody to drill a hole in something and run some wire through it and wire it on. I'm going to give you a lesson later in hot glue. Where's my glue gun? Well, anyway, use a glue gun too. This is a good structural element. You'll be seeing lots of those. This too. And you can always cut out pieces of cardboard and stick them together in various ways. This was part of a house. Tin, a good structural element. And for decorative things, I always like this sort of thing. There's a lot of that sort of thing. And more structure. Broken tape measure. Well, hot glue did not always exist, but when it came along, it revolutionized art and craft. I have this super duper glue gun. You know, it's hotter than most, and you can get better hot glues too. Anyway, no hot glue is going to be as good as 2-part epoxy, but it's still pretty good, and it doesn't really want to work on stuff like metal. It won't really want to stick, but it's really good on stuff like you know, cardboard, wood, that sort of thing. The trick is with it, you have to move fast. Like, you're waiting, it's too late. I mean, it will stick, but not as well as if you go like this. Do it, then stick it on right away. Or if you're worried that it's not going to be that good a bond, put some glue on this side, some glue on this side, and then stick them together. You've got about that much time, but not more. The thing about hot glue is it is hot. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. You can just work next to a little saucer of water and keep, or you know what I do? See this? I'm sticking on this little piece of metal on this thing, right? I'm putting a little bit of glue on here. I'm sticking this on really soon. And there's kind of some excess glue here. I'm licking my finger and going like this. And you can get away with that. You know, you'll find out how much you can get away with that. So the other thing is, of course, to use low melt glue, which exists, and it's a little more kid friendly. Okay, so now suppose you want to glue this piece of wire to this cardboard. You think it's hopeless, right? It can't be done. Okay, I'll show you. But what I do is I use the Band-Aid approach. See, I'm putting the wire on the paper. I'm running the glue on it. Now I'm putting the Band-Aid on it. See? It's just a little hunk of paper. And it just sticks it down there long enough so that, and here's how it is, then it's set up in, you know, really fast. And then you can bend the piece of paper, you can bend the cardboard, and you've got kind of a good structural element. You know what I mean? And the other thing that I do is to build a kind of an armature. See this? It's a coaster. Wire, bend at the end, stick it in, hot glue, paper. Really soon, it's all glued together. Then you can get this little piece of, what do you call this stuff? Rubber tubing. Stick it on like this, stick an extra bit of glue in it. And then you've got, okay, legs, right? See? So you can make this creature. That's hot glue.